Okay, countdown has started. We will be live in almost 1 to 2 minutes. Okay.
The ultimate promise of technology is to make us the master of a world that we command by the push of a button. Matt Mullenweg once said, "The technology is best when it brings people together." As we are here together in this webinar to have a productive evening. Good evening, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to extend to you a very warm welcome on behalf of NOOB Army, who has loved all of us for the cybersecurity Ask Me Anything session here at ZetaBrim on the burning topic bug bounty. I, Muskan, Bawa, and Abhinandan Khurana are your hosts for the evening. Before heading up forward in this webinar, I would like to give a brief introduction about NOOB Army. Give back to the community. This is what we believe. NOOB Army is an open source cybersecurity community focused to help each other to learn security stuffs and be the best version of ourselves as well as others. NOOB Army was created to help those newbies out there who are struggling to take a step ahead in cybersecurity. If you're interested in pen testing, bug hunting, CTFs, programming, or any sort of collaboration with like minded people out there, then we are here to fulfill the cause. The world is full of diamonds and gems, and we are having one of them here today with us to build this AMM. With this note, I would like to give my heartiest welcome to our guest, Mr. Remonsec, a 21-year-old CSE student from Bangladesh, a gamer, anime lover, and a brilliant bug bounty hunter. So please welcome Mehdi Hassan Remen, popularly known as Remonsec. Remonsec is the guy who thinks out of the box, started working in InfoSec 4 years ago, and is hunting bugs for the past 2 years. With over 200 plus bugs and lot of bounties and swags from various organizations such as Dutch government, academia, and with this amazing approaches, Remonsec has become one of the best hackers, such a brilliant guy. Welcome, sir. I would now ask my fellow host to take the session forward. Over to you, Abhinandan.
Thank you very much, Muskan, for your wonderful introduction. Good evening, Mr. Ramon. How are you?
Hello, bro. I'm fine. What about you?
I'm absolutely great. So first and foremost, I would want to congratulate you for your most recent Bug Bounty Award, which you have recently got, and it's wonderful to see you here.
Oh, thank
I
you.
am,
Thank you,
you know,
brother.
I am genuinely intrigued about your profile picture because we have usually viewed your DP as a reference to an anime character. Since I
Yeah,
am a
right.
huge, since I'm a huge anime fan myself, I would like to ask you, what drew you to anime, and what is your favorite anime character?
Okay, my favorite anime character is Light Yagami from Death Note.
Okay, yeah,
Cause like
yeah,
smart
absolutely,
guy,
absolutely,
working so hard and like completing his task as well.
yep, ingenious. Okay, so did anime ever inspire you to learn Japanese? Because I'm very interested in studying Japanese.
So when I like started watching, I used subtitle, but that was on like Japanese language. So I just
Yeah,
know some like Naruhodo. I see
yeah, absolutely.
those
We sure
things.
that happens. Because I also firstly started with the dubbed one, then I moved to subbed one with the subtitles,
Yeah.
English subtitles. But it's more fun.
Actually, I use anime as like to get the idea from there. Like if you watch Dead Note,
Yeah,
so if you follow the main character and you see like how he's doing his things, so I take that thing from that character and use it for my own benefit.
that's
And it's
amazing.
similar if you watch like My Hero Academia, so that Deku,
Absolutely. Yeah. Take two.
you,
Sure, sure.
you will die, but you will not give up. So you can take this in your life and you just try hard and don't give up. So
Yep,
and so on.
absolutely. There are many animes that we can take inspiration from, like Dragon Ball Z and Naruto as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next question is, how would you describe yourself? We all know who you are, but I'm very we are very curious that how you identify yourself.
Mm. I'm just like simple guy who love with information security stuff, and I believe that like I'm not that much brilliant or smart. Okay, I am backbencher who passed somehow. Yes, I'm engineering student, but it's not like that I'm like super talented guy, but I try to try so hard. Okay, like if you have a task, now you have to complete it no matter
Yeah,
what. You have to complete it. So you may try and fail, try and fail, but one day you will do it. So I'm just a simple guy and who don't give up. That's all.
that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, your alias is Remonsec, right? So,
Yes.
how did you came up with this? Was it something
Mm.
obvious, or there's a story behind it?
Yeah, there's a story behind that. So when
Nice.
I started with information security, actually I started as like script kiddies things like doing black hat stuff.
Okay.
So at that time I had a name, Dark Anon, that inspired from anonymous things.
Yeah.
So when I like shifted on white hat hacking, then I like see Dark Canon is not like white hat friendly, so I have to pick a new name. So that time I also like learning Python, so I code a tool that will find like available names from Twitter, Facebook, Hackathon, Background, Integrity,
That's
those
cool.
places. So from there I found a name like Mehdi 1194.
Okay.
Then I used that for 2 months, but it's not like not giving any feel. Like Mehdi 1194 for everyone, like don't can't like call me a Mehdi 1194. It sounds
Yeah.
weird. So then I like following top hunters their username and I follow that they have really simple name like Namsek Stock. Okay,
Yeah. He's
simple.
really
Today
famous.
is new, so it's simple to like call them. Okay, so okay, my name is Rimon and I have a sec or OX. Trending one is OX or sec. So I add sec at the end and now it's Rimon sec and it's inspired from Nahamsek.
Yeah, I see. It's good.
There are also like NOOB sec and all the things like you will get sec at end or OX like OX Prial, one of the good hunter in from my country. So those
Okay.
guys use OX Prial, those things.
Yeah, there's also a repository named Seclets. I know it
Yes,
contains a
yes.
lot of
Yeah, those
lists.
designs.
It's really amazing. Okay, so most of us want to know about how you came across cybersecurity and managed to get around it.
Okay, interesting. So, like from very beginning, I don't have computed those things. Like I'm just average guy who play like at field outside, come home, those things.
Okay.
So when I'm at college, my uncle give me a laptop on my birthday. So that time I just play Call of Duty things. Okay, because I don't have any internet connection at my home. So what you can do with a laptop without internet, you just can play games or like music stuff. So I used to like take crack games from my friends. So then we used to play that things. So there was a new version like Call of Duty Modern Warfare maybe.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
need the
that's
crack version, but that crack was not available. So I asked my mom to get internet connection so I may download games. So after fighting with my parents, I have internet connection at my home. So there I just search crack Call of Duty. Then I found like several forums, Black Hat forums.
hmm.
So there I see they have usernames like Dark Coder, okay, like Big Crypt, Anon, Anonymous, those things. So it looks like so interesting, and they have GIF in their profile picture, like
Yeah, yeah,
blowing fire. Anonymous mask is like
yeah. That
rounding
looked
at
really
there.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So like I'm, oh, that's so cool. So what can I do now? So from there I just learned that their group like Anonymous, then Lizard, তারপর Lalsec,
Yeah, the
those
one of the
things. So
most
I
famous
searched on
groups.
YouTube and I found some Indian YouTube content creator videos, but sorry, 90% of them was fake. So from there I learned some like general things, like phishing things, those security stuff.
Yeah,
So then after those things, I'm not feeling actually like a hacker, because what do you do with phishing? It's
yeah.
not.
Actually, like we are
Yeah,
just testing and just playing around with the things
yeah.
and trying out things.
So after that I start searching for real like hacking community things, because there uh, if you follow Black Hat community, everyone just act like a pro, but they're not
Yeah.
pro actually. They say that I know this, I know that, that's all, but in reality they have nothing. So I started like finding real hackers around me. Then I found a guy from my country, Real Islam
Okay.
Khan. He's a bug bounty hunter.
Okay.
So he gave me a blog post about like a Pakistani hunter, Kaiser Javed maybe his name.
Okay.
So getting started 001 guide, bug bounty. So I read that one, and from there I started with white hacking and bug bounty stuff.
Okay.
It actually took a lot of time. Like I wasted 2 years on doing SQL injection, Black Hat shell scripting, those things,
Hmm.
like shell websites, and then
Reverse.
defacing
Sure.
pages.
Yeah, I got that. Okay. So people are really confused about having a developer background. So do you think
Hmm.
it's really required for cybersecurity researcher?
So now it's the time where you will not get free bugs. Okay, now you have to develop bugs, because now you have like a lot of automation things. Now anyone can like purchase a VPS, $5 VPS, and you're done with the automation, and Nuclei is there. Okay, so now just plug it in and your automation work. So nowadays you'll not get easy bugs. You have to like find bugs in really deep digger. So for that, I'm like having sound issue from you.
Okay. Is it like a noise?
Yes, yes.
Okay, sure. I will turn off.
Okay. So like nowadays you have to dig deeper to find bugs. So if you don't know programming, what will happen? You know it's the bug. Okay, fine. You know here's something wrong, but you will not able to exploit it. As example, like if you have CSRF, now you need some kind of like JavaScript to execute that on your victim side. but you don't know how to code JavaScript things. So now you are just I have to take help from your friend or someone else. But if you know programming, you can code it yourself. So nowadays programming is important, but without programming you can find bugs, but those bugs will be more like server side things or information disclosure type of things, like you have endpoint, you visit and get the bug, those things. Or they can have business logic bugs, like the website work in a particular way, you break the pattern, you have the bug. But if you want to change bugs, you need programming.
Yeah, so basically, it's just a good edge. It gives you an edge in the cybersecurity. That's it.
Yes.
You talked about like automation. So, do you think is automation good in bug bounty? And if yes, do you let us know how you perform it?
Okay, automation. So automation means you have bugs and you want your machine to find that bug for you. That's all. You have two type of things like automation. Some automation from community, some from your own experience. So from the community, you have nuclei, those things like a pattern-based findings, and custom things. You have your own experience bugs that you reproduce with your machine. So in this way, what I do, I actually follow both. I have community standard automation that running on a particular VPS, and I have my own things in another VPS. So that's how like I balance.
Okay, that's great. That's great. How you approach a target and what targets do you generally choose and why?
So to explain this, I actually have to share my screen because I just can't say.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
also have
sure,
to show
sure,
some.
sure.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
It's visible.
Okay. So the question is how to approach a target, right?
Yep.
So first of all, you have to find the target. So here actually important. Find the target actually means who's finding the target. Okay. So if like a beginner finding a target, then it's will be different. And if we are like expert finding a target, then it will be different. So what I do actually right now, I am like doing mass attack. So in this way, what you do, you have like a lot of target with like 1 or 2 bugs, and you spray them all. This is for the automation part, okay? This is
Yeah.
not recommended for beginners because you will not understand anything. But here, what I spray, I have the bug I already found. So those bugs I just spray because I already know those bugs. So here I don't have to learn new things. But for beginners, it's like waste of time because they can't just spray my bugs because they will not understand how it works.
Yeah, absolutely.
And another thing you can do, like dig deeper. So what you can do here, you understand, okay, then break. First you have to understand and then you have to break. It's not like pick a target and hack it. It's like pick a target, then learn how it works and then break it. So if I like give you example of my recent hunt on HackerOne, you will understand. Like there, what I have done, I have like picked target, and then I have like selected some area where I will perform my attack. For me, it was server side things. Server side.
Yeah, like CSRF and all.
Like there I want to attack server. I don't want to attack the client.
Okay.
So pick target, then select where you will attack, and then like perform your things. This is a like general pattern you can follow, or you can design your own. So what I have done, I have first collected lots of program. If you follow like NOOB Army Discord server, I have already shared some program, right?
Yep.
So if you see the program here, like hackerone.com/manulife, this one actually public. It also have private. You can see the scope. Can you see the scope here?
Yep. It's visible.
So it's huge, right? So I have a lot of things to do here, right? So what I've done, I picked large scope program, and then I have spread my bugs. That's all.
Okay. And also, like for beginners, do they use like a vast app for just searching and vulnerabilities on the website? Is it under any approach? Like in Triacme and Hack the Box, we used to do stuff. So is it like applicable in this real life stuff?
Okay, so can beginners use track me those things to learn?
Yep.
Okay, yes, sure. You follow track me. They have dedicated things for like vulnerability swaps, top 10, and bugs like SSRF, those things. So from track me, you can learn the basics. By completing track me, you will not get bugs, but you will see how those bugs work. And then you have WebSec Academy. From there, you also learn about the vulnerabilities. Now, in bug bounty hunting, the everything depend on how you see the bugs. In pen testing, you know the bug and you test it, but in bug bounty, it's different. In bug bounty, you have to know how you can find the bug. Okay, it's not just like testing a CSRF or SRF things. This is where you have to find and how you have to approach. Because anyone can learn the bug, but anyone can't find the bug.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I will move on to the next question. You know that note keeping is really important while doing the recon, while we are
Yes.
performing any penetration testing. So, as it is specified that, yeah, like how we used to, like how we can create a effective notes for the recon. How we can make notes that we can actually like formalize it and we can approach it further.
Okay, it actually depends on like who's doing the thing. Like anyone can do anything. Like someone like to use just text file, someone like to use Evernote. Okay, then Notion, those things. So it actually depends where you feel comfortable. For me, I just use those text file, and I keep note like I have like 100 auth panel. Okay, so now what can I do? Now I can spray things like that, register. Okay, so in this way I actually take short notes. Here you can have a description here what you're doing, or you also just can have something like register, then you find another target 2, and it comes with like 50 auth and the path, so and so on. You can do your note like this, or you also can have details note. So for me, I just take short notes because I don't have much time to spend on note taking things.
Like just making a basic understanding of the things and just moving with the flow.
Yes.
Okay. So I really wanted to ask you, like, is there any? What is the funniest bug you have found so far?
Okay. Do you know about Hunter Dev?
No, I'm not sure about that.
Okay. There's a like open source bug bounty platform. It's called
Okay.
Hunter Dev. So like when I was doing bug bounty stuff, they actually launched their opening things. So if you invite 10 people, they will give you a hoodie. So that time I was just started with bug bounty things, so I don't have that much friend to share. So what I tried to hunt on their program, so I may get some bug, and they give me the hoodie as swag. So I started testing that program. I actually asked the CEO, "Can I test?" And he actually gave me permission. So I tested their program, and I found a bug that allow me to remove anyone from the list and rank me up. Like if you are in 100 place, then you will get a swag. But if you like very end, you will not get the swag. So what can I do? There I can remove everyone from the list, and there I can be the one.
Okay.
So that was so funny because from there I can just remove my friends from there and I get the swag. So I reported that back to them, and they said me, okay, it's acceptable, and we will sending you something for that.
That is amazing. That's amazing.
It's
Uh,
like hacking the hackers.
yeah. Actually. Okay. What should an excellent report look like? Like after a vulnerability assessment report, in your opinion?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Uh, what should an excellent report look like? A VAPT
Okay,
report
report.
after a
Yes,
pentest.
report writing actually so important. I take care of my reports because a report will show how you care about like your bug bounty stuff. So report should be actually clear, smooth and clear what you want to show them. Because if you have custom bugs like business logic bugs, you will not get any template for your finding. You have to write your own. So it's actually difficult if you don't write good report. So the people from backend will not get the idea what you want to explain. So as always, your report should have kind of summary, and then like general things, summary, impact, vulnerable URL, reference, solution, oak. Okay, those are like general things you must have to add in your report.
Okay.
And like if you follow this way, it's fairly enough to write a good report with those points.
Okay. Is it also necessary to like beautify it, like for them? Will
Yeah,
it make any edge?
you can show your creativity there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. For the beginners, is it good for looking for low-hanging fruits or high vulnerabilities?
Okay, for beginners, it actually depends how they started, right? Some beginners started with finding like SSRF, like high impact bugs, and some beginners started with like getting P4 bugs from bug.vrt. So it actually depends how they started. Like if someone started with low hanging things, so he will getting low hanging bugs. If he don't know about SRF, how you will find it. So it
Yeah.
actually depend what they study have done. Then they can start like approaching like that. What I recommend learn the basics so well. Actually, it will help you for a long run. You can find bugs without knowing the basics because nowadays you have lots of automation nuclei stuff. You will run nuclei on like thousands of programs. You will get one bug for sure, but it will not help you for long run. In long run, you have to understand, observe, and like you have to like control the environment how you want. But still, if you don't like focus on basic stuff, you will get bugs, but it will not help you for a long run. So what I recommend, learn the basics so well, how things work, why it work, and then start breaking those things. And as you told, like low hanging fruits or high impact bugs, it's easy to start with low hanging fruits because they will get some kind of confidence. Like if you start with SSRF RC, you will not get it and you will like fade up. But if you start with small bugs like XSS, then IDOR, you will get some, you may get not, but it will give you a bit of confidence.
Okay, so it's just that like how we are comfortable with it, and we need to just clear our basics and just go with the flow. And
Yeah,
if we are going about the low hanging fruits like low vulnerabilities, so it will give us confidence, and we will be in the run. Like we know that it is really depressing, and like we are
mm,
working straight long hours, and
right.
it's
But most
demotivating.
important part is you have to understand. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah, that's really important. So can you please share that how you managed to increase your reputation on hacker in such a short period of time?
Bro, actually having noise from your side. Can you repeat? Actually,
Yeah, sure, sure, sure. Can you please share that how you managed to increase your reputation on Hacker Rank, sorry, Hacker One, in such a short period of time?
okay. The last findings, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so like I was having reputation like 200 something on Hacker One, but actually like that T-shirt. Okay, that one actually
yeah,
so
yeah,
cool. So that time I like have to get some kind of way or methodology that will help me to push up the ranks. So I targeted the platform Hacker One. Okay, now from here you have to think like a hacker. So now what I'll do, I will start making a plan, like how uh, created I. So you have the platform Hacker One. Now what like Hacker One have? They have BBP, PDP, those programs. So if you follow BBP, they will give you like +7, also +15 to maybe 25, depends on the bugs you have. 55 or 50, I'm not sure, but in general you will get +22 for per valid bug minimum. For VDP they will pay give you +7 no matter what you report, high, low, critical, medium, you will get +7. But now I have to understand like where I should start my assessment, on BBP or VDP. So as I have a target of 750, and it's actually hard with +7 because you see you have to find a lot of bug. But if
yeah,
you see +22 is not that much to give you 750 in a short period of time. So what I have to do, I have to perform a mass attack here. Clearly I can see it. So mass attack. So for that I picked VDP, VDP, and not just a one or two target. I have to pick every VDP program. Pick every VDP program. So I actually dogged on HackerOne for finding VDP programs as much as I can. So I actually have like 20 plus, maybe 20 plus large scope VDP program. Okay.
okay,
So now you have the area where you will perform your attack. Now come to the second point. So I have my target. Now what should I do there? So we have to understand logic behind VDP. So VDP are the programs who only pay reputation, they don't pay any cash. So in general, like elite hunters will not manually test those programs. Simple. Everyone will be automating their findings. So what I can do here, uh, what I can do, I just can focus on manual bugs, because a guy with like good reputation will not spend his time for getting a +7 from VDP. So whenever I say manual, it means authentication, like
okay,
authentication endpoints or like server side things. So I have the target and I have the area where I will focus, server side things, and my like favorite part is information disclosure. So now I have a general planning. Now I have to give it a finishing touch. So let me do it. Okay. So what I can do here, I can pick every target Okay, spray my bug. That's all. So what bug actually I sprayed? I actually sprayed in points, or you can say like mm, in points actually, because I will show it how. So in points are like mm, what I can say, like fetch kind of stuff. I have to fetch their technology or deep dig. Okay, so I have to spray with endpoints, and I also have to fetch their technology. So there I can deep dig with manual approach. So
Okay.
let me show you. Okay, so there are some kind of things like the bug class I have picked is web app access. If so, for that I have to perform a good reconnaissance, because here I have to spray. If I don't have a good recon, I will end up having just duplicates. So here try to understand the logic. If you have a market, right? It have store, and those stores have room, right?
Yep.
So for me, the market is my target. The store is their subdomain, and the room is their permuted subdomain. Okay. So if you think deeper, like every store may have room or not, but some kind of like private or like only staff only room can have. So I have to find those staff only room that
Okay.
actually in security like talk you will can think like that dev panels. So I
Yeah,
have to
kind of like admin dot tracking dot some kind of like that.
yeah, those things like what company try to hide, I have to find those things.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so now let's go deeper. So if you have like site.com, fine, it's my target. So I have to here I have like subdomain like dev.site.com, but every time you will not get dev.site.com because those are store, you can take it as store. Okay,
Yeah.
now I have to deep digger from here, from dev I have to now deep digger. So if you like follow room stuff, you can have dev minus here or minus here. Okay, dot dev and dot site. So in those points I have to fuzz fuzz
Okay.
fuzz.
It's kind of like we are trying to guess it by kind of pushing.
Yeah, you have to like lots of brute force attack
Yeah. Not.
to get the right things. What company try to hide from you. So as similar, if you have dev, now if you have like stack, okay, admin, internal, those things, you can like follow same rule here as well. So you can see the idea. So in this way, if you filter your things, you will having some juicy area or what you call subdomain. Then you can have endpoints like register, okay, login, admin, have dev, register, dev, login, internal, those things. Now, what you can do, you can pick those endpoints and you can fuzz them here.
Yeah. Okay. Like we first did the first thing with the
Fuzz here.
subdomain part, and then we gone with the directories in that subdomain, right?
Yep. So now you can pick those things and fuzz here. So you will end up having panels, some kind of panels things like area, like boards, those things. Those should be private, but by accident they are public. So there I have performed my things like fuzzing things, and I have ended up having lots of juicy information there.
Yeah. So what tools you usually use? Like there are many tools like GoBuster,
Yeah.
WFuzz. So what do
It
you think
actually
is
depends. It's not like
yeah.
that I have fuzzed with one time. I have fuzzed several times. For like if you want to like quick shot, you can use Shuffle DNS. For like yeah, accuracy, you can use Pure DNS. Those things. And for like in-point fuzz, you use fuzz of in-point fuzz, but multiple. You can use GoBuster. So like that, it depends what you are doing. If I am
Okay.
trying to find like full accurate things, I will not pick Shuffle DNS because Shuffle DNS actually means things. But if I don't have much time, I want to give it a quick shot, I will pick this one because Pure DNS will take a bit of time. I'm not sure, but this is how I do.
Okay, so do you perform these scans multiple times or it is fine with one time? Because I experienced this myself like on TryHackMe, that sometimes it doesn't show the required result and we need to scan it like 2-3 times. It takes still a
Yeah, yeah,
large
they
amount
miss
of time.
actually. They miss the request. Yeah, I can understand. So what I do here, I actually scan multiple times because
Okay.
two different time they give two different result. I don't know why, but it actually happen. If you run nuclei, if you run it 2 times, it will give you two different results. Same with HTTPX.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That happens. Okay, so do you think one can choose bug bounty as a full-time career?
Okay, actually yes, you
Scan.
you can replace full time like job with bug bounty. But the problem is if you don't have any like without proper methodology, you will ended up with ended up having NA. What I mean here,
Same
you
with
actually need a
HTTPX.
proper
Yeah, yeah.
methodology experience, like something like today's new have. It will find bugs for sure. If you don't have a proper methodology, you will like ended up like having nothing. For beginners, if they don't have any proper methodology understanding how things work, why things work, it's so hard. But if you are expert, if you have a methodology, you know how things work, why it will work, and how you have to sort the things, you can just replace your full-time job with your bug bounty stuff. But so important, you must have enough target. This is so important. Why? Because you will not get bug in one target for all the time. Here you need multiple targets, so if one fail you can pick another. If one fail you can pick another. Like if you follow today's new, he's like hunting everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Am I audible? Mr. Imran, am I audible? Is there a voice back? I'm facing some internet issues.
Can you repeat please?
Am I audible because I'm facing some internet issues maybe? Am I audible clearly or there is a lag?
Yeah, a little bit lag, like
Okay, just a second, just a second.
bad sound noise.
Okay, now am I audible better? Okay. Okay, so how do you deal with the burnouts? As we know, we have to work straight many hours for the penetration testing and perform different scans. So it causes many times we're very tired and burnouts and demotivation. So how do you deal with these kind of burnouts?
Okay, so how I handle with burnout. So, like, what is burnout? It actually means when you don't want to work, but you have to work, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, this will happen when like some kind of like you are not getting the result how you're trying. Like you are trying, but you're failing. You're trying, you're failing. So that time you like have burnout. I can't do it. It will not happen with me.
yeah,
Those things.
absolutely.
So what I do, I actually don't expect any result. I just keep on doing. If I have any result, I'm just happy with that. If I don't have any result, I actually this is expected from me. Like when I perform a scan or test or experiment, from very beginning, I just say, okay, I have to do it. It doesn't matter it will work or not. So I try. If it don't work, then it's okay. If it worked, then I'm happy. That's all. Like I do. Like don't expect much, just keep on doing things.
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so I have do you have any suggestions, do's or don'ts for the newcomers? With the last question because we're running out of time.
Okay, so tools like actually depend why you are using tool. Tool is for to like perform your own task. Tool is not like to perform someone else's task. Tools is something that you know you have to do now. You can do it to tools. Okay, so beginners actually care about tools a lot. They just like which tool is best for hacking. There is nothing like that. You can pick tools any one of them. What goes best for you. So first know what you are doing. Like if I have to fuzz, I will pick Puff. Okay, why? Because here I am comfortable with Puff. You can pick GoBuster or like any other tool. They're nothing difference like Puff or any other tool. I feel good with Puff, so I use Puff. If you feel good with any other tools, then you just use that tool. That's all. So for beginners, I will recommend don't care about tools, care about why you are using. Like I have to fuzz. For that, I have to know what I have to fuzz. Then the tool come. It's not like that fast I have to pick the tool. First I have to pick what I have to fuzz. Then the tooling stuff. So if you don't know like what you have to do here, if you don't know that, then tool is not for you. First
Yeah,
learn
yeah.
what you have to fuzz, like what you have to do, then you will get the idea of tool stuff yourself.
Okay, that's great. So, Mr. Ramon, it was a really great experience with you. I had a really great session. So, how was your overall experience in this
Yeah,
session?
thank you so much for inviting me here. It's actually fun with you guys.
I also had really great fun with you, asking you
Yeah,
questions and knowing things.
I like to like come here again and again, so have fun with you guys.
Okay, thank you so much. And now I would like to turn the microphone over to Muskan, and she will lead us forward. Okay.
Okay, so I have to mute, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your precious time. It means a lot for us. And thank you, Abhinandan, for the smooth conduction so far. And I would also like to thank my audience for your cooperation and being a patient listener. And a special thanks to our team Abhinandan, Hitesh, Gocharan, Govind, Vishnu, N. Krishna, Utkarsh, Vaibhav, Vipul. Without your hard work, it was impossible to have a successful event. I and Abhinandan were very fortunate to have been the host for this amazing session. At the end, I would like to admit my thoughts. A good event never ends in the world. It takes only a pause and keep us awaiting for the next. Thanks a lot for being with us and hope you all enjoyed. By this, I'm Muskan Bawa signing off. Bye bye. Take care.